I am Paula Pearson Tucker, as some of the kids affectionately call me Coach Paula, but there are a whole lot of others that refer to me as Mother Tucker because, yeah, that's what I am. I can be Mother Tucker, baby. But it's just a play on words. And I want to use that as a way to tell you more about the work I do and why I do what I do. I started playing golf a little over 30 years ago. And I know you may hear a little twang in my voice. That's because I lived in Atlanta for 17 years. And that's why I started playing the game and got the love of this game. And I was at a stockbroker for 14 years. And I went to a conference one year and I was forced, literally forced to play golf. I'm like, I would rather stick needles in my eye than go play golf. I knew of golf. My father had an old set of golf clubs that sat in the corner for years and years. He said he could play golf, but I never saw him golf. But I knew of other people that played golf. It was just something that I did not want to do. I've been an athlete pretty much all my life. I was a collegiate gymnast and did a whole lot of other sports, but golf is my last sport. And because it was so challenging for me, I wanted to find out, and I just wanted to be able to play this game a little better. And once I decided to leave the financial service industry, playing a lot of golf in Atlanta, I didn't like playing in the cold. Now I'm from Miami, and y'all see me down here in the South. I'm sitting here in the sun right now about to burn up while some people are probably shoveling snow. But I'm down here because of the weather. I love playing golf in warm weather. But I had to get good at this game, and I got good at the game fairly quickly. But there weren't a whole lot of people that were competing, especially black women. I didn't see a lot of black women. And I know there were many, well, I didn't know at the time, I know now. There are many black women that came before me. Now, you look at the kids, I introduced you to them earlier. I showed you those kids. They're junior golfers. You know, we take them in the program ages 4 to 18. Junior golfers. I was not a junior golfer. I was almost a senior golfer. I started playing golf when I was 38 years old. You know, so almost a senior. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. My main goal and my mission when I started playing golf was to see how good I could get. And once I got good, and I turned pro 10 years after the day I first picked up a club. It took me 10 years before I decided to make golf a career. So when I went out, when I played a lot of amateur golf, I won a lot of tournaments as an amateur golfer. But I didn't have a lot of competition at the time when I was playing. And I wanted, again, like I told you, I wanted to see how good I can get. So I spent a lot of time practicing. I moved back home to Miami where I can play golf where it's warm all the time. And the grace of God landed me up in the city of Lauderhill, where we wanted to give that same opportunity to black and brown kids. So I've devoted my life to making sure that they have that opportunity. And it's always been my mission when I started playing. It wasn't so much to win, especially when I started playing professional golf because I was already so old. But I wanted to represent. And there are a lot of ways that you can represent. I wanted my representation to be positive. It wasn't about winning, it was about being seen. So the diversity equity part came in. We're here, but we want to be treated as though we belong here. So that's how I have carried myself in all the years that I've been playing. I always make sure I show up like a professional. I'm going to play the best that I can, which is what I teach the kids. You know, golf's not a game of perfect. You know, you may hit one perfect shot, but it's not a game of perfect. It's a game of missed shots and going to find your ball and hit it again until you get it in the hole. That's what the game is about, but it's how you handle it. And I'd like to think that I handled being in this game and playing this game with grace and excellence. And excellence, like I said, is not being perfect. It's about playing the best you can. I've given this sport my best. I'm going to continue to give the kids my best. You know, we are remarkable people. We're going to find a way to make it happen. So if this country decides it wants to cut DEI initiatives, we're going to find a way. Black people historically have always done that. We'll find a way to make it happen. Right now, my kids, we don't have to wash cars, sell donuts, but that means we won't. If that's what we have to do to make sure that they get the same opportunities that other kids get, and they get the same opportunities that playing this game will afford them, then we're going to do it. We're going to find a way to make it happen. And we have sustained this program for 27 years. We're growing. You're going to see more, hear more about For Life Inc. and the other programs that we have started. And you're going to hear more about the people that I have met. And there are going to be some of you out there that have some stories that you want to share. Because we need to hear those stories. We need to have your support to make sure that our kids continue to get the opportunities. And it's all about opportunities. And I've always believed if they can see it, then they can believe it. You know, that's what I live by. I live by making sure that the kids get the best, they get my best. And again, ties back to excellence. I want them to get the best of what I have to give. The coaches here, they're all the same. We don't do it for the money. We do it so that the kids here can get the opportunity and so that they can learn to be the best that they can be. And a game of golf, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. And we make sure that they have a lot of fun. We make sure that we support families so that they can get their children here. Because we can't teach them to play good golf if they're not here. And there are a lot of families that are going through a lot of things, especially in this time. We want to be their support. We want to be there to take some of that stress off of the families and bring the kids out here. We do a lot of things in the community. We're going to continue to do that. But I need your input. I need you to share your stories, you know, because, yeah, golf is a mother tucker, you know, and you all got some short stories to share. I want to hear your stories. I also want to continue to share some of my stories and the people that I've met on this journey and why we do this work and why it's so important. So we're going to wrap that up, and I know you're going to hear more and more and more about Golf is a Mother Tucker, and I want you to share your Mother Tucker stories along the way. I am Paula Pearson Tucker, and Golf is a Mother Tucker.